What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today I'm going to be going over the trade that I ended up taking today and why I ended up taking it. So unfortunately I actually ended up getting break even on the trade that I took today. Actually I should go over the trade that I ended up taking as well on, I think it was the Thursday? Yeah, it was the Thursday. It's really simple. I don't even need to really explain the trade on Thursday. It was that simple. But it was a 9:30 Judas. As you can see, we had a 9:30 Judas into this 15 minute. I think it could have been an hourly, maybe even a 30 minute. Yeah, into this 30 minute, and then we just got like really clean displacement out of that, and it was just perfect PO3, higher time frame alignment, and I ended up, as you can see, I still have the trade marked out right here, bang, just beautiful. I made around $650 off of that trade on Thursday. I just had to work that day, so I had to rush, so I didn't have enough time to make a video about it. But let's go over the trade that I ended up taking today. So the trade that I ended up taking today was literally very similar scenario to that. If you want to go back here to 9:15, we can see overall on the higher time frame, sort of leading more short-term bearish. If you want to look at the S&P 500 during this time as well, we had a huge SMT with the range high here overall, and we also had some excellent draws lower, such as the new week opening gap on NASDAQ, and then we also had the unfilled daily gap as well on the S&P 500, with the S&P 500 at around this time being, you know, pretty deep into a discount here inside this range. So we can sort of presume from there that the next draw on liquidity was going to be this LR leading up to this now LR inside of this daily gap, unfilled daily gap I should say. So short-term narrative for me was definitely leaning bearish going into today. Higher time frame narrative still bullish, but again definitely leaning a lot more bearish short-term wise coming into market open. Pretty simple stuff. We also were generating LR, as you can see right here, all the way up, so setting up for a super clean 9:30 PO3. And yeah, let's get into what I ended up taking. Let's just go to market open here and see what happens. And as we can see, market opens really nicely here, rips into this 30-minute fair value gap, and then we get immediate displacement from here. And I ended up getting my entry, so I ended up front lining this inversion here, so I ended up pre-firing it, and I ended up taking my entry around here with my stop loss here, targeting the lows here, as we can see right here. Now I know there was like a 15-second banger today, but obviously I don't have the 15-second. I don't know why I haven't bought that. I'm actually such a chud. I need to buy it. I'm going to buy it right now after this video. The second chart, but I ended up frontlining this inversion, going for just this low-hanging fruit right here. My stop loss here. Very confident in this move. Then, as you can see, I think, yeah, we just got break even. I went break even around here. I think it was around 9:33, simply due to the fact that the S&P 500 had literally already taken all of my draws. And this was just a simple case of the S&P 500 being the stronger asset of delivery for today. If we look at this was 9:33. If you want to look at the S&P 500 at 9:33, yeah, like we can see the S&P 500 is straight up just distributing, taking out all the draws. So my stop loss was now at a threat now because the S&P 500 manipulated into the daily gap with a higher time frame narrative of being bullish. And yeah, so I ended up going break even here, and then my trade ended up getting break even, and then eventually ended up running to take profit. And then we sort of just chopped around. Yeah, it was just really slow price action after that. But yeah, pretty simple day. I mean, short-term bearish, 9:30 play, ended up taking it. Unfortunately, ended up getting break-even on this trade. I was debating not going break-even, but I do know I'd be kicking myself if I lost this trade, if we ended up reacting off of that daily gap and then taking out my stop loss. And yeah, so pretty simple, straightforward recap, guys. 9:30 PO3 skis playing out very nicely for the past 2 trading days for me. Of course, obviously unfortunate today we ended up getting break-even before the take profit got hit. But yeah, except for that, not really much to talk about. The rest of the day I wasn't even remotely interested in, because as you can see, after we ended up taking those draws, we just started ranging because we didn't really know where we wanted to go next. And yeah, pretty simple. So except for that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. If you have any questions for me personally, I'll have my Instagram, TikTok, and Discord plugged in the bio of this video. You guys can go check those out. Shoot me a follow or shoot me a DM on any one of those 3 platforms, and I will 100% respond with any trading related questions that you may have. Yeah, excited for the future of this channel, documenting the entire journey to profitability on this channel. So yeah, except for that, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Peace out.